Not bad, huh?
Pretty good.
Yep.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ann. Yep.
Okay. I don't know if you need the to hit the noise reduction for me or not. Like I don't know if my microphone is okay or not. So
Sounds pretty
Let me
good.
check.
oh, okay. I just want to double check. I just want to make sure it's okay for you guys.
Hmm.
Yep. From where I can see, it looks pretty good so far.
Okay.
All right. While we're waiting for everyone else to show up, we might as well get started with tonight's topic, which many folks have been waiting for. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Everything about the character known as Rambo. Yeah, played by the famous. Yeah, played by the famous. Yeah, played by the famous Sylvester Stallone back in the day when action movies were very effective. Yeah, so Sylvester Stallone was quite the legend for his role as Rambo and in other movies like Rocky as well. Here he was. It all started off. The first one was based off a novel that came out, but sometime in the mid 70s, right at where well, which but then later on, folks decided to, after the success of the first movie, Hollywood decided to go with sequels. Now, let's yeah, 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 let's check the let's start this out. Where now? What state was Rambo in when the first movie started?
Oh, it's up in so it's in Washington State, isn't it?
Yep, Washington, state of
Oh, you're
Forest.
good. You remember.
And it was the movie itself was shot in Canada, I believe.
Was it really? Where?
Yeah,
BC?
yeah, it's up in the Pacific Northwest in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yep, Canada. Yep,
Yeah, I'm guessing
Canada.
it's BC, someplace in BC. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I think
bet.
they actually, if I remember, they built like part of the city and stuff, but there was an existing town, but they built some stuff for it.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool.
Yeah. In this movie, it starts off with Rambo coming back from the war, where he meets up with with a with a family with with a woman with a mother who is now a widowed who is now a widower, having lost her husband in the war. Then,
Uh, her son, her son's the one
oh,
that
her
he's come
son.
to
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Yep. Then Then Rambo starts running into trouble with some cops because he wanted to get some food along the way back. And welcomed our stud.
Hey there, how's it going?
Yep. First time, huh?
Yeah, first time for everything.
Hi
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
Yep.
hello.
Yep. How? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as, yeah, he was warned. Rambo was warned to leave the first time, but then when he turned back to get some food, it was then he got arrested by these corrupt police officers out in that suburban town area of Washington State.
So that's
Yeah.
I know that there's kind of a general consensus that that Teasel is corrupt and all that. That's not really what's going on in the movie. In the book, it's much different. I mean, it's the book has an entirely different ending, and Rambo's a different character as well. But and the idea is that if you knew anything about the late '70s, early '80s, if you saw some long-haired guy walking around in a military surplus jacket, you had a better than even chance that he was a hippie of some kind. And it's clear that this is more conservative kind of town. You know, they're rural, a lot of hunters and things like that. And
Yep.
Teasel himself's actually a Korean war vet, and so the idea of, hey, you know, you might want to go on down the road. This is not your kind of place. The fact that he turns around, he's like, all right, that's enough, right? You know, I'm going to arrest you. He's doing essentially the right thing for both Rambo and the town at first, and then Rambo unfortunately runs into one of his idiot deputies, who decides he's going to, you know, do the "I'm a tough guy" act, and finds out what tough guys really are, and things rapidly go off the rails. But the whole movie, and this is such a First Blood is so different than the rest of the Rambo movies, in that this really is like someone who is stuck in the war mindset, right? And the level of violence and the correct responses that keep you alive versus the civilian authority, who, you know, violence is generally used to, like, you know, restrain someone, and then we're going to put them through the justice system and all that. And it's that kind of impedance mismatch between those two different views of you know, how to use violence and what's appropriate that causes the rest of the movie to happen. And it's one of the reasons I've always thought this is a far more intelligent movie than it often gets credit for.
Yeah.
Did he write the
Hey everybody,
screenplay?
how you guys doing?
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Hi,
I'm good,
sir.
thanks.
Yeah.
No, Sylvester Stallone didn't write the original version of First Blood, or Rambo 1 as it's commonly known as now. He didn't, and I agree that the first movie is probably the best movie because of storytelling.
mm-hmm.
And I like all the other Rambo films, don't get me wrong. But this is about a man that's broken from war, trying to come back to society as a civilian, only to be treated terribly by his neighbors around him because he's different, and they don't respect him, and they treat him like a wild animal instead of like, hey, are you okay? It's like, no, get the fuck in the cell because you broke the law.
Yeah.
Not right.
Huh.
Never mess with a man who's angry.
Yeah, and he's hungry too. All he wanted was a meal and to be left alone. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Yep.
And instead, he was treated like an animal.
Yeah, he was tortured,
Mhm.
and all that torture started triggering post-traumatic stress, which is, to be fair, the trauma
Basically,
that
just a
he
bunch
went
of,
through back in the
Yeah,
war.
and
Kinda
at the
like
time, it was
jerks.
known as shell shock
Yeah, shell shock. Yeah.
disorder. Shell shock disorder. Now it's known as post traumatic stress disorder. Now,
Yeah.
so, and this was like one of the first movies, if not the first Western movie to dealt with PTSD.
Yeah,
And
so
that-
we actually have we go through like a couple different phases. So in World War One, it's shell shock. In World War Two, it's battle fatigue, and then it becomes PTSD as it goes on. And George Carlin had a comedy bit about the more syllables you add, the less meaning you give to a phrase. He was like, you know, World War One, shell shock, 2 syllables. You know exactly what you're talking about. By World War Two, battle fatigue, we've added 2 more syllables. It already sounds weaker. And then by the time of Vietnam, post-traumatic stress disorder, we have so many syllables that it has no meaning whatsoever anymore.
He was good. I miss George.
he was a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like this movie so much because it was originally supposed to be just a drama. It wasn't going to be an action movie. It was going to be a 3-hour drama film. And Sylvester Stallone hated it so much that him and his agent was willing to buy this as much money as they can just to destroy it. And then an editor told Sylvester Stallone, no, don't worry about it. We can salvage this, right? And they did. They trimmed it down to 90 minutes, and they made it into an action movie with a little bit of drama still left from the original cut.
Yeah, well,
but I'm not going to lie. I'd love
drama, you know.
Yeah, but I'd love to see the original 3-hour cut of this.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
If they can
Ah.
release Rocky 4, like an alternate cut, the director's cut of Rocky 4 that Stallone released years ago, we can at least have the 3-hour cut, even if it's not good, just for
Yeah,
film
just give it to us
preservation.
for yeah,
Yeah,
posterity's
just for
sake
film
and
preservation reasons, you should at least release it.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it might be destroyed in the future, or it might be already destroyed. But give the fans an opportunity to see that version
Mhm.
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
buy it physically.
Yeah.
Not just
Definitely.
do like the day the clown cries, where you can only go to a museum or some place where they preserve it to watch it. No.
Yeah.
Hi, Emily. Yeah, you make a good point. Yeah, it's quite interesting that
So
even, of course,
there's
the novel.
technically a television alternate cut to this as well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the novel had a different ending from the
where
movie.
it
Rambo died in the novel to this movie.
Rambo's
When
an
he-
asshole in the novel. I mean, he is
him
he
and
is
the,
absolutely there
him and the
looking for
sheriff.
trouble. Yeah.
Yeah,
Him and the,
King, you're roboting.
yeah. Anyway, soon as Rambo gets further pursued by these guys, he then had to start setting up traps for them.
Well, he goes
Great.
into full war mindset, right?
Yep.
He's when they're going to do the dry shave, and he has the flashback to being a POW and being tortured, and then he just freaks out and just eliminates all threats and gets out of there, committing multiple crimes as he does so, which is why the cops are now very much after him. But yeah, once he gets up into the woods, this is where he lives. I mean, as he told the sheriffs when they the deputies, when they ask, what do you hunt with a knife? Name it. Right.
Yeah.
This is what he does.
He goes
he's
hunting.
trained to live off the land.
Exactly.
Also, they never said this in the movie. They kind of implied it, but at least in the book version, it's heavily stated, and in the future sequels, obviously, that he's from Arizona. He was like a horse rancher guy, right? And he is a Native American descent. I think he's half,
Yeah.
if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. And yeah, they don't really talk about that in the first movie, really, unless they cut it out in the original. Unless the original cut had it, they don't talk about it, but it is in the book.
Yeah,
that
the movie. I mean, it has this very different characterization of Rambo in general. Again, that he's just trying to get along. He's having problems fitting in because again he's mentally stuck in war mode.
Yeah.
He never really becomes civilian again, and
Yeah.
that's why he struggles so much.
Exactly.
And then you have this confrontation of, oh, well, we're the police. We have the monopoly on violence, in civil society. And he says, "That's too bad. I'm war mode. Let me show you what violence really is." Right?
Yeah,
Too bad, buddy.
And it sucks because he was like, one of the deputies kind of had some sympathy for him. It's like, are you sure we're not going over it? No, he can take it. Come on,
Yeah.
shave him without the shaving cream. Come on.
Yeah, can't you see this guy's? He's got problems, and then they see the scars on him, right? And they're like, "Uh-oh!" And then when they actually
beating
get
him
the
and
report,
they're hosing him down.
yeah, hit him with a fire hose because they say he smells like an animal because he hasn't showered in forever. He's been living off the land, as he moves around.
Yeah.
And so they trigger him. Now the interesting thing is you have, like, especially once they get the police report back on him, he's a Green Beret and a Congressional Medal of Honor winner, and the one guy who was always trying to kind of hey, let's take it easy on the guy, he's just kind of shakes his head, and the other one's like, those Green Berets, they're real badasses, and because they're about to head into the forest knowing he's waiting. And no, we're the cops. We have to do it. We have to enforce the law. That doesn't end well.
Yep.
Also, it's
And who was it that played the cop or the the sheriff or whatever. Is that Brian
Brand
Dennehy?
Dennehy, yeah,
Yeah, he always plays a good cop
yeah.
or bad cop.
He always plays a good like blue collar kind of guy. I mean,
Yeah,
he's just got that big hulking, blue collar type build to him.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Also, it's cool that the Rambo First Blood technically has a television cut as well, and it has extended scenes or cut scenes because of the violence back then.
Mm,
So, like for example, when Rambo was stitching himself up, they replaced the scene with him putting like gunpowder into his bullet. If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken, it's on YouTube. Like some of the scenes, they switch certain scenes, or there's extensions of dialogue from the original theatrical cut that we saw.
Oh, trying to keep the 90 minutes, but cutting the violence.
I think
yeah.
it's a little bit longer, slightly. Maybe it's 100 minutes, but
Hmm.
they have an extended dialogue version of the actual movie. So like they extend scenes by a couple minutes longer
Mm-hmm.
for the television. And the one that the people that ripped some of the scenes, it's from Canadian television. I don't know why we
yeah, that
couldn't get it
sounds
here in
about
the
right.
U.S. I don't know why we couldn't find the U.S. version of the broadcast. So it's like technically lost media, along with the
Yeah, we have
Scarface cut
commie
of
TV here. They do whatever they want to the TV
Yeah.
shows here.
Yeah, but we're going to also check out the next set of films where Rambo fights communists, on his on his own terms. Anyway, soon as the film progressed, Rambo eventually makes his way into town to and makes his way to a local, you know, weapons store to confront the sheriff who's been putting so much of the abuse on him. He eventually beats this guy by getting underneath by shooting at him from the floor beneath him.
Right,
Eventually,
because the interesting thing is Teasel. So if you actually look at like the medals that are on his desk, uh, he's no joke. I mean, he fought in Korea and he fought in some pretty nasty battles, and he's got. I know there's Purple Heart, and I believe there's a Bronze Star that's on there. So he's no joke, but he's also been a civilian for a long time, and kind of
huh,
by the time he flicks back into, oh, I actually have to go into war mode, and he climbs up on the top of the building because you're looking for your highest perch to be able to have field of view and all that. But it's just, sorry, son, you've been out of the game for a long time. This young one, he's still in
huh.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a Vietnam vet fighting a Korean vet.
Korean vet, yep.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it's why
Yeah.
you have the exchange with Troutman, where he says, "You think the only one that had a bad time coming back from war, right? Because Tiesel's from Korea, the forgotten war,
Mm, right.
Yeah.
right? And but he adapted and got back, and that's kind of the thing that he looks at. He's like, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but you can't flip out and go war mode, back in the States. That's just not acceptable. And I'm the authority. And he asked Troutman, if he really did come back in, would you give him a big sloppy kiss, or would you put a bullet in his brain? And Troutman's like, I wouldn't know that until it happened. Right? Because Troutman
Yeah.
realizes Johnny's run amok.
Yeah. Trotman. Yeah. He was able to get Rambo to stop.
Yeah, Troutman was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he understood Rambo and his condition real well.
And who's that actor?
It's Crenna, Richard
You know-
Crenna.
Yeah, he passed
He looks
away.
familiar.
Yeah, he passed away just 5
He
years.
passed away before
Rambo.
Rambo 4 came out.
Wow.
Yeah, so like in
Originally
I think
they were considering.
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Originally, they considered Martin Sheen to play him, but I think
Oh,
Martin Sheen
really?
said no, or he was too busy. Yeah, it was other actors too. I don't remember the other ones, but I know it was one of them that they considered for the part was Martin Sheen.
Yeah,
And
I think
he either was too busy
Crenna really
or the
delivered
money
on it.
wasn't there. So
Right.
so the I remember seeing that, this was on HBO all the time in the early '80s, and it's certainly where I saw it first, and then I think it was like maybe '87 or '88. Richard Crenna was in a made-for-TV movie where he was a detective who worked essentially like SVU crimes, and was raped by an inmate that had escaped and was out in the world or whatever. And then he has to go through kind of the how the police treat victims of assault. And
I think I've seen that movie.
Yeah,
I don't
and
remember what it's called. I love TV movie of the week. They were great.
and I remember seeing that going, oh my God, they did that to Troutman. What's going on? That's not right. Wait till
Oh my
Johnny finds
God.
out.
Oh
Yeah.
God, they were great. Movie of the weeks. Fabulous.
There were.
Yeah, it sucks that we don't really have TV movies anymore. That got replaced with the streaming service / on demand movies or DVD low budget movies.
Mm.
You don't.
Man,
you
I would
don't
just
have,
settle for good movies, whether
Yeah, the
they're on
only
TV
time-
or not.
the only
Yeah, they
time
were like
TV
true stories, right? So
The-
it was really good.
The only time TV movies exist now is for failed pilots that they spend too much money. So they're like, well, screw it. We got to air it on TV for advertisement money
Yep.
because
Yep.
we spend too much money for this TV show that didn't really go anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only time that they have a so-called TV movie.
Oh, that's a shame. They were so great.
Yeah. They
Like
absolutely were.
Jeff Bridges. What was the name of that show with Cheech and Jeff Bridges? Oh my gosh, Nash. I think it was
Oh
called.
yeah.
Nash
Yeah,
Bridges.
Nash. Yeah, that was great.
They did a TV movie, right? But let's be real, it probably was a failed pilot that would have revived the series as a continuation, but they spent too much money. So they said,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's just air it as a TV movie. We'll just take the first 4 episodes that we got, and there you go.
Yeah. Bingo.
I think the only ones that are actually making TV movies now are like the Hallmark Channel or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. Are they real stories though, or are they just like the same thing where
No,
the widow
the
falls
same
in
script.
love with the new guy in town?
Yeah, it's Christmas. Oh, it's Halloween. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. It's the same characters, the same story.
It's the same thing. It's like, oh, the
Exactly.
single mom needs to find love on Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always the same.
Of course, my mother-in-law will play that every time we go over there. Just
Oh,
always
yeah.
on 24/7. Oh no.
Awesome.
Yep.
I love it. That's
Now we
good.
come to Rambo 2.
Oh,
Yep.
the cartoons begin.
Yeah.
Yes,
Favorite of
the
franchise.
sequel that, as much as I like Rambo 2, Rambo 1 was. This is my opinion. Rambo 1 was the best movie in the franchise for its
By far.
storytelling and now it's like, oh no, screw the message of the first one where violence is not good and it breaks you and really shouldn't experience violence unless you have to protect yourself or people you love. No, screw that. We're going back to Vietnam, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Vietnam again.
Yep.
Rambo
Rambo
2 was
back to
such a
Vietnam.
big surprise to me because as a kid I couldn't watch it growing up. So my introduction to Rambo was UHF when he had Weird Al Yankovic had that scene where he was
Oh
pretending
my
to be.
God, I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
So
That
in
was
my
so
mind-
funny.
in my
Yep.
mind that was Rambo, and so I'm like, and when I saw Rambo First Blood, I'm like, why is he in the in the U.S.? I didn't understand it. It didn't connect until Rambo. I saw Rambo 2.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, this one now. This one was written by Sylvester Stallone and James Cameron.
Cameron.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Huh. Interesting.
and I look and go, James, what happened to you? Stop this.
I also think the author, the original author of the book, wrote kind of like a base idea of what Sylvester Stallone and James Cameron can riff off of.
Oh, sure.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, I think so.
I would
Interesting.
like to see that original treatment and how mangled it got to be
It-
turned into Rambo 2.
And you know what's crazy? He retconned his story. He did the novelization for Rambo 2, the original author.
Yeah, well, he had to because unfortunately Rambo's dead in the first one. So
Yeah.
He basically retconned his own story. But the original author of the original book, he loved the movie so much that he wrote a sequel story retconning the original ending of his book.
Yeah.
Well,
Stuff like
I think
that.
if you have read the first one, the book, it's not nearly as good as the movie because you don't have characters that are really sympathetic that you can connect to. And Rambo, the whole time you're like, will somebody shoot this asshole because he's he came in looking to cause trouble and he's causing it, and he stacks up a hell of a body
Yeah,
count.
but wasn't he more antagonistic in the books?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
as like really bad, but bad enough to be like, well, I don't feel bad for him dying.
Right, exactly. He starts it all. I mean, he is looking for a fight and he finds one and he stacks up a pretty good body count.
And he looks way bigger in the second one than he did in the first one, or is it just me?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
It's the steroid. It's a steroids.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
happen.
he's
I heard
really
that, like,
he's
sorry.
not that big. Even in this one, what he is he's much more cut. He's put on some muscle, but in First Blood, if you actually look at him, and he's pretty thick boy. What he isn't is like chiseled. This is very much a movie of its era. And if you understand like what was going on, you see why they go, that very thoughtful movie that we made, the hell with that. Let's make a big cartoon, right? It's because you had Sylvester Stallone looking at Arnie and going, hey, oh, I need to do more of that. Also, at this time, there's very much so you've got Reagan is elected for a second term. He's in, and there's a lot of noise being made about POW MIAs, and that that they didn't give all of them back, and so that's already big and churning around. But also there's kind of a recognition that there were a lot of Vietnam vets that were horrendously mistreated when they came back to the States, and so there's an attempt to kind of correct that. And so this movie is just leaning into whatever popular thing is of day. And so we definitely have to address the POW MIA thing. And that, we knew all along, but it was the swamp that kept us from knowing about it.
Sure.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, we need to have more.
Let's not act like we didn't ignore that because we didn't fucking care or we didn't have the money or resources.
Or as even the CIA goes, or do you really want to invade again? You want to fire up another war over this, right? There's also by this time they're dead. I'm sorry. It's been 10 years since the fall of Saigon.
Yeah, they have to be dead, or about to be dead, like basically from all that like slave labor or whatever the hell they made them do.
Yeah, they just basically started. Yeah, look at the guys that spent like 4 years in POW camps, and how many that died just in the camps when they were still politically useful, and now you've got 10 years where they weren't. I mean, everybody would have been dead. But honestly, the other thing is you've got to have the big muscles because Arnie's coming up, and that's what people want is big, oiled up, sweaty man.
Yes, definitely. I can vote for that one. Yes.
Yeah, and then you have that final speech, which is very much presaging what we're going to see in Rocky IV. Where it's like, Sylvester, stop. Just stop. Don't write any more big speeches. These are
don't get me wrong. I like that the sentiment was there, but it's like, why? Why does it have to be like, if you could change,
we're gonna change. And the Politburo's like, yes, he's convinced us. It's the eloquence of Rocky has convinced.
And the Russian magically understands English. And the Russians understand English for some weird reason. Weird. Yeah. They're clapping USA and cheering. Yay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. There was another big action star.
I don't like
Who else
Rocky.
was a...
Yeah. And the main villain was
the guy
and this guy was played by a real Russian. Yeah.
Marty. Oh my God, what's his name? The guy who played John Kreese. Martin. Short, I think his name is.
Martin Short, the comedian.
Guy who played
Yeah.
Kreese. No, the guy who played Kreese in the Karate Kid movies.
Oh
He was the
yeah.
he was
He's a
like the
blonde guy.
secondary antagonist.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
he's the guy right there in the vest. Yeah, yeah, he's like Johnny.
Dude, he's really
Rambo,
good.
sweep the
He's
leg.
Yeah, yeah.
He is really
Charles
good at
Xavier.
being a.
Yeah.
It was Alpha
Yeah,
Male
really
Central.
good
Oh, it
because-
was fabulous.
Yeah, the collaborator to the Russians in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the CIA guy is from the Blues Brothers. He's the lead singer of the Good Old Boys, the ones
Oh,
that have
really?
the RV.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I didn't even
how do you-
recognize him.
Love how it's so hot and sweaty there, but yet he's still got a tie that's not quite.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Never understood the loose tie and have to have.
It's
it on.
because they're
Yeah.
working so hard. They're working
Yeah.
so hard. They can't do it all the way because then they'd
Well,
be
that's what
like
it
a
is.
suit.
well, he's got his
Yeah.
dress code.
Yeah,
You
but they
can't
should
break
have
the
just
dress
wear
code.
like a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should wear a button-up, short sleeve dress shirt. That's all you got to do.
Oh, you
Yep.
couldn't
Pull
do
the
that
80s
though.
No. See, he's got his.
That was
uniform.
that was a young man's game.
Yeah, you got to put on
It's like,
that
you know, he's,
tie. It's like he works for
yeah.
IBM in the middle of Bangkok or something. You know,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you know he's a pencil pusher. Just
Yeah.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
remember the where when Troutman tells the CIA guy that Rambo, he just calls this home, right? And the CIA guy, as soon as Rambo comes on, he goes, "Boy, but you never get used to this heat, do you?" You know, and he's walking by the fans, and Rambo's just like, "No, this is where I belong. I'm good."
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look how ripped he is. He's like so ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
he's
yeah, I
just
heard he
leaned
he
up.
was. Yeah, he worked out a lot, but like he was
Yeah.
sweating. I think he was like actually like probably. I think I heard he was like nearly starved himself and like he really went in. For
He
for
was
the craft on that.
dehydrated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
He has
to be.
He was.
I mean-
he was because in muscle competitions for bodybuilders, they have to starve/dehydrate themselves. That's how you have that good definition look.
Yep.
So
Your
skin
and
sucks
sometimes
in,
when
yeah.
it's really bad, they have to eat like a chocolate bar, and that makes it look even better. So they get to eat something
man.
and have their muscles look defined.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
To the core.
that's what I learned.
Well, it's also whenever you see like bodybuilders at competition, that's the weakest they've ever been.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
that look that they look chiseled, that's from starving themselves, and it's pretty sad.
Yeah,
Like,
cutting
they
water.
have to look. They have to look like that. They have to almost kill themselves
Yeah.
to just look
Just
good
get a
for
hit.
the cameras and for the fans watching them
Yeah,
and
I
for
know.
the judges.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Some sacrifices have to be made, and I'm willing to make it for you.
I appreciate it. As a lady, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Rambo started going
Yeah,
on full
and
war
then
mode.
and then when they go,
dehydrate myself.
Yeah. Rambo started going on
here's a
full
big
war
jug
mode.
of water and some pancake.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, Rambo started going on full war mode after the Lieutenant killed the woman he fell in love with while he was out there in Nam, and it drove
Did
him
they
nuts.
fall in love? I mean, that's one of the questions about this because she's like
I
one
call it
time she's
sexual
like essentially
chemistry.
looking for her green card, which is you take me with you, right? And then there's one kiss that's not especially passionate, and then bang, she's dead.
Well,
and then
this is the '80s, like it's.
Yep.
They always did that. It wasn't really love, like Pretty Woman. That wasn't love. That was just opportunities.
well, yeah, I mean, she was a prostitute. He knew what she was.
Yeah,
when he
that's
got
the
involved.
point. He
Yeah.
was a rich dude. He was like,
Yeah.
this wasn't
Yeah.
love. Of course, most women want to romanticize that as being love, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, again, the reason you pay a prostitute is not to have sex; it's so she goes away afterwards.
It's so they leave.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, to quote
That's
Hulk
not the
Hogan when
How
he
I
got
Met Your
caught
Mother.
on
You
the
don't pay them to
videotape.
come.
You can
You
leave
pay
now.
them to leave. Yeah.
exactly.
To
Yeah.
quote Hulk Hogan when he got in that videotape, you can leave now. Said
Exactly.
Bubba the Love Sponge wife.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was a video.
Well, it was never released, just the audio recordings. But he's like, "You can leave now."
Yeah.
Well, you mean the video of him doing stuff? Because
No,
I seen it.
that has never been. Well, maybe snippets of it got released, but not
Yeah.
the full thing.
Oh, probably not the full thing, but I seen parts. It's on the internet.
I mean, I
Sarah,
know
Jay
I
says
say
the
that to all
same
the women.
thing. Yeah, Jay,
I
did
say
you
that to
see
all
it?
the women.
Yeah, what's
You
that?
can leave now.
Yeah. You're a love him and leave him kind of
Mhm.
guy. All right.
No, I want them to leave
I
me.
mean,
It's
'cause
fine. Go.
it is weird though that like when they did those movies back then, when it was like sex or just having a one night stand, it's love, it's romance,
Yeah, that's feminism.
love's in the air.
Mhm.
And in reality, no, it wasn't. It was just sex. It was just
Yeah, but
sex.
that's
all it was. It was
feminism.
nothing but
That's
sex.
no, that's feminism telling women that, oh, he'll love you if you just sleep with him.
Yeah,
That's
just a
what
one night
that
stand,
is.
and
Oh,
you're that
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Somehow he'll just fall in
Fantasizes.
love. Yeah, that's not how
But-
that works, honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rambo was horny. He hadn't had sex in how long? No wonder why he wanted her.
Well, to be fair, he still hasn't had sex because she got shot right after that single chase
Oh
kiss.
no, you're right.
Oh,
No.
man, poor
That may be
Rambo.
why he's so angry and kills everybody. He's like, oh, you sons of bitches.
All that testosterone,
Yeah.
Yep.
and he can't eat because he has to build his muscle. Oh God, hard life.
And
Oh,
that's why
yeah.
in the third movie he becomes basically a monk without being a monk. Working perfect sense. He didn't get laid.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought I heard
Yeah, he
Sylvester
was
Stallone would like go be celibate when he's filming like those scene like those type of movies. And I heard the rumor.
I
about
don't
that.
know, man. If he
Yeah.
saw a hot
Is he-
woman, I'm pretty sure that role goes out the window.
Probably.
He did that with Bridget Nielsen. That's the most well-known
Oh
case.
God.
He's like,
yeah.
Hey, Bridget, I like you.
Ew.
Let's have
Yeah.
let's have sex,
Well,
okay?
They
The
were
fact that
the
she was the-
wildest. They were the wildest Hollywood couple. Like
Yeah, 'cause
definitely one of the
she's like half
wildest.
a foot taller than him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Final battle with the best
Yeah, and even Dolph Lundgren had a rivalry with Sylvester because he ended up hooking up with her too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was a love
Yeah.
triangle. That's
I
why he was
know.
very hesitant. That's why for a couple years, Sylvester didn't work with him until he's like, you know what, fuck this shit. That's just pussy, okay? Let's work together, do Expendables, okay? And that's
Yeah.
why they went back together as friends / colleagues. But he was
Yeah,
on the
well,
blacklist for
He
Sylvester.
divorced her or something. I think it was after they broke up. No,
Yeah.
they weren't together for very long, but they were like crazy. They were one of those crazy
Yeah,
couples.
but you know
in
how
Hollywood.
you know how some dudes are. They're like, that was my woman. Why
Yeah.
why you
Right,
wanna go after her?
right,
It's
right.
my territory, okay? If you were a stranger,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a shit, okay?
Yeah.
But since we're friends, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, he should have known that it wasn't going to go well when the first movie that he made with her was Cobra.
Yeah.
You know that technically was supposed to be in a
Beverly Hills
technically Beverly Hills Cop / another different movies between the two, but they were once linked together.
Yep.
And then they split off from each other.
Yeah, because
So-
Stallone was originally supposed to be in Beverly Hills Cop, and he wanted to make it serious and all that, and they like partway through,
And they wanted it to be a
this is
comedy
funny.
to save money. They wanted it to
Yeah.
save money, and he's like, I ain't doing this shit. Fuck that.
Mhm.
I ain't-
Yeah.
If I want to do
Yeah.
if I want to do a fucking comedy, I do it with my mom. Oh wait, I did it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Stop!
Yeah. That's true. He was not into comedy.
Or I
Well,
worked
they
with
say-
Dolly Parton with that Rhinestone, which was the worst movie
Rhinestone.
ever.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. I like him in Tulsa King. You should do a Tulsa King stream because that's really good and it is funny.
Oh, it is really good.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I like
Yep.
him in that. He looks good. He's 77
Well,
and he
steroids
looks
help.
fabulous.
Steroids and human growth hormones and
Yeah.
not doing as much as The Rock does, and him actually
Yeah.
doing more work than The Rock helps. It really does.
Yeah,
Does it
Hey, I
help
don't
with wrinkles? Like, does it help with
I think it's
wrinkles and hair?
Botox. Botox
Yeah.
helps too.
But
yeah.
his
Look,
hair is still fabulous, though. How
Yeah,
does that happen?
he's a silver fox. Yeah.
I'm telling you, his hair's wonderful. 77, he's rocking it.
Well, I
Yep.
think with the enough connections and money that Sylvester has, he'd probably be living till 100 and something years old, and he's gonna be
Probably.
like jacked. And he's gonna look like he's 60 years old or 70 and playing an action role. I could see it now.
Yeah, totally. I totally can.
It'll be Rambo. Really, this is the last
Yeah.
one. I swear.
Rambo 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm old, okay, but I need to fight.
yeah. He's
Yep.
taking on the staff at the nursing home. That's his new enemy.
I love it.
Ram-
They're
Oh my
invading the nursing home.
That's right.
And he's having the PTSD flashbacks again, like in the
Yeah.
first movie, but worse because he has dementia.
Yeah.
Just worse.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
He's like,
but
"Ah!"
he wasn't alone. At least in this movie, he wasn't alone when taking on the Russians. He was accompanied by the very POW he first rescued.
Yep.
Yeah, Banks.
What a tangent we went on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. He was by far the
We
first
got to
ever-
stop using Apple Maps when we're trying to stay on course with this.
Yeah, but that's what makes it fun, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he
fun.
used a minigun to take out one of the
Was it the
gunners
second
on the
one that
Russian
had the
chopper.
exploding? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Exploding
that's
in
a-
row.
That's a continuity issue with this movie that I'd noticed because I saw this movie like 1,000 times when I was younger, and then thankfully went like 20 or 30 years without seeing it because I was like, I'm done with these. Other than First Blood, I'll rewatch pretty regularly, but the cartoon versions not so much. But so when he's shooting the minigun at the dollar store Hind 24 lookalike that they're playing,
Yeah.
it actually knocks off one of the weapons pods, right? Because there's like an explosion, under
Yeah,
the
this
wing,
thing right
and the
here.
pod goes away. Yeah, and then the very next shot, it's back.
Yep.
Ugh,
Poor
80s
Eddie.
editing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't believe it. They messed up the editing there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you want to know how Rambo took down Pazowski?
he killed everybody else who was in his helicopter because that bazooka has a backblast, and all of his people are sitting right behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, he used a rocket launcher.
Oh, God, they were fabulous in movies.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it was really macho. You know what I mean? Like it
Oh,
was
yeah.
a great movie.
Yeah,
And now they make them all sissies. They make all the men sissies. in
yeah.
the
Timothy
movies.
Chalamet as Rambo.
Well-
Let's go. All right.
Or who's the Spider-Man now? Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Tom
Ugh.
Holland. They try to make him that video game, what was it called? Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of it. It's basically
Uncharted?
adventure. It's
No.
like Indiana Jones / Treasure. Yeah, Uncharted. Yeah, Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
I don't
that.
buy him being the lead in that. The guy in the video game was more manlier than him. It's like you could have
Yeah.
had Matt Damon. You could have
Yeah.
had any of those guys. You could have had Brad Pitt. You're gonna have to put a lot of makeup on him to make him look a little younger, or Ben Affleck, even though he'd be a little bit older. But it's like at least them, they look like they could play
A man.
that character. Yeah, a man. He's supposed
Yeah,
to
well-
be manly.
They look like twinks.
They are.
Like a lot of these guys, like that they're coming out now with. It's like they look so gay.
Well, yeah,
Right.
that's also true for like the women. It's like you can tell the casting directors are gay men.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Right?
Like-
But
like
the King, I think you're missing. Unfortunately, Hollywood, you only have two options. You can either have Timothy Chalamet or those kinds, or Pedro Pascal. These are the only options you have. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
we should
Isn't that
between the two.
sad? That's so
Yeah.
sad.
Emperor, it is sad because it's like I am so happy that we got Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man for the first movie because he fit the description of what Peter Parker / Spider-Man was. He wasn't supposed to be good looking like Leonardo DiCaprio or James Franco, who those guys were going to play Spider-Man, and also Jake Gyllenhaal in the second one. No, now it's like, screw that. We need male models / twinks to be Peter Parker / Spider-Man, not a nerdy character.
Yeah, he was supposed to be nerdy, kind of awkwardy kind of guy, but likable.
Being a teenager, right? Going through your teenage stuff while also having these ludicrous powers, because the idea of the spider powers is kind of an analogy for puberty.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's that now they've just erased it and everything. And
well, we need giant blue laser beam in the sky. So
if they did Rambo now, it would be Timothy Chalamet.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine who would if they remade Rambo? Oh my God!
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
and the reason he would go on a rampage is because they got his Starbucks order wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he went on one last rampage in the second movie, right before before we approached the end credits, and that was by shooting this machine gun at everything inside the hangar.
He's like Windows update just happened. He's very unhappy with his computer. He has had enough of this thing. Here we go.
Exactly.
We all wanted to. If I had an M60, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably use that in the RPG, the rocket launcher or the bazooka. I would definitely use that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it probably doesn't help that I loved playing Grand Theft Auto when I was really young, and seeing those weapons there, and also watching other movies. Like, holy shit, why can't I have one of these?
Exactly.
Because it's too fucking dangerous, and you're underage, so you can't use it.
Yeah, it's because we passed a law in '68. Because prior to that, you could own destructive devices like mortars and RPGs.
Yeah. Well, we should abolish those laws so we can get them back.
I'm with it. Yes. If you really want to make America great again, give me my RPG. Damn it.
Exactly.
Technically speaking, you legally can own a flamethrower. You could. You legally can do that.
Yep.
There's no laws as long as you don't harm somebody for no reason with it. You can.
What's up, boys?
Own one. You just have to have a good reason to have one.
Yeah, you used to be able to own artillery pieces.
I think you should.
Yeah,
I think you should be able to own whatever you want.
And you can't have a tank either. You'd have to destroy the cannon part of it. You have
to demill
you have to destroy
it.
Yeah.
If and my point is, like, what's the fun in?
Oh dear.
What's the fun in?
Oh boy. Hang on. Looks like. Oh boy, it looks like King's having audio issues again.
Oh no. Roman, look, my mole problem, I'm willing to call in a napalm strike. Let's go. That may also solve the crabgrass issues. Let's make this happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. So Voiced is coming on. Is he? He says okay.
Sure.
Oh, get in here.
Yep, let me get the invite for you, buddy. Hang on, let me find you. Hang on.
Yeah, I think that the interesting thing about Rambo 2, for all of the cartoon action that happens throughout it, the CIA character, he does make some good points, right, about the whole, look, if we brought them back, we show that there are still some POWs. What are the ramifications of that? Right? Are you willing to re-invade Vietnam? That didn't work all that well for us the first time around.
Yeah.
And so that these are the questions, right? And also, again, it had the appropriately cynical view of that sometimes governments don't want to solve a problem or don't want to know the answers because that would lead them to have to do things that they're not really interested in doing, so they won't.
Or make the problems.
Right. Well, that's what government truly exists for. We're going to invent a problem, and then we're going to say, boy, we really need to solve this problem.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They make the problem and then they make the solution.
Well, and the solution is more problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, and to make it seem like they did something when in reality they didn't. They really
Right.
just
Well,
caused
they
a huge conflict.
They inconvenienced everyone else, and that's really what matters, isn't it?
Of course. That's what they do best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charles Napier.
Yeah, he was really good in this.
Yep. Yeah, Rambo in the end
I
confronted
will
the
say
past.
this though, I think Rambo 2. No, go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
Hi, voice.
Hello,
Welcome.
Hey.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Ann. Haven't seen you in a while.
I know. How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good, good, good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah,
Hey,
Hey
voice.
there, VP.
yeah,
Hey, look at this. I got Dar studs in here.
Yeah. Wow. I know.
Yeah,
First
The
time
look
for
at
gang's
everything.
all here.
Rings on
Yeah.
here. I am for a good one.
Hey, what's going on?
And who's the other one? Sorry, my screen is a little.
King
Oh,
style.
13
King
Kings.
style.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Kingston.
Yep. Yeah.
We all had to come for Rambo night. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's alpha male night. What? Come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're probably never going to see a Rambo movie unless it's a Bollywood ripoff. To be,
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Oh my
they
God.
actually
yeah.
That'd be
are.
horrible.
They're planning on doing that.
Stop.
Yep.
Stop it.
Hell yeah.
I just
Yeah.
hope they don't do a dance/musical number during the beginning or during the middle of the movie while they're fighting each other.
Oh, hold up.
not.
This movie would have been a 10 out of 10 if there was a big dance number in the POW camp. Come on.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah,
That's what we all really wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rambo 3.
Thing.
I prefer 2 over 3. It's not that exciting. It's a lot of fluff and filler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does have that big thank you to the Mujahideen at the end of Rambo 3 because
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, the future Taliban. Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
How
Yeah,
crazy that is. That
Totally crazy.
we're fighting the Russians and helping the future Taliban take over Afghanistan.
Well, that kind of was the same thing with the Soviets. We're going to help the Vietnamese. The Chinese did the same thing. China and Vietnam went to war right after they were done with us, and so that was spicy. Thanks for the help.
Yep.
Yeah, they were like, "No, screw this. We're going to take over your country fully this time. We just used that as a reason to weed out the weak herd."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. In this movie, Rambo was in Thailand. Yeah, it started out with him in Thailand, where he was wrestling one of the guys, one of their champions. He was at a local street fight club, taking on one of their toughest guys. And in the meantime, his friend Trotman went to Afghanistan on his own, but then eventually got captured by Zeiss in the Hind, who was commandeering the Hind. Yeah,
This one that had the tank and the helicopter crash together.
you bet.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, that was.
You know,
I think
it's
this one,
insane though. They
blew the
had
budget.
Kurtwood Smith in this movie, and he wasn't even doing anything.
Nope.
Dude, he was so underrated. I liked him in RoboCop. He was like, "Bitches, leave."
Yeah, bitches.
Yeah,
I love it. He was awesome. He's the reason why RoboCop exists in the first place. Indirectly.
Can you fly, Bobby?
yeah, because of how big things were.
And then he
back
was
then.
great in that 70s. So
Yeah,
Who
if
did he
only
play
he
in
was in the movie a lot
70s?
longer.
He's the dad in that 70s.
He played
Oh my God!
he played Red
Red.
Foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's like,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
kick your ass.
Yeah. Oh God. That was good.
yeah. This features
Also,
Rambo. Yep.
Fun fact
Rambo.
about Kurtwood Smith: he's named Kurtwood Smith because his mom was like, "I want to name him something unique, not just Kurt." So she added the wood part next to it, and that's why he's called Kurtwood Smith.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he
Mom's
is,
not
but
there.
unfortunately, he's like an Italian tank, so it's very small and of dubious worth in
Italian
actual
tank.
combat.
Yeah.
On the wrong side of the road.
Yep.
Schwarzenegger's kind of like a tiger tank, and Sylvester's one of those little Italian jobs that are like a whippet.
Yeah. Yep. He was definitely another war machine in this movie.
What he really needed in this movie were the thermonuclear tipped arrows that he had in the second one, where he just fires a single arrow into a POW camp and multiple buildings blow up. And it was like, are these hydrogen bomb arrow tips you have on this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like
Must have
that.
taught Hawkeye a thing or two.
Yeah.
So which one of these
Yeah.
movies did he perfect his like war scream? You know, because he's always doing that.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
First Blood is the best one.
To me, it's the second one because of the
It's got that like I don't know. It's like almost like he had a stroke or something. Got his like his mouth is off the side. It's like a signature look he has with the mouth. Like,
Yeah, well, he
wide
actually
open like
he
that.
has partial facial paralysis from the
Oh yeah,
obstetrician
when he was a baby, he
horses.
got
Oh
when he
wow.
was a baby, they screwed up they accidentally hit him with like an instrument, like a metal instrument for surgery, which was very messed up. If you hear that, yeah, that's why like in certain shots, right, of him, he looks like he has Bell's palsy or a stroke or Wolfhausen syndrome or whatever you want to call it, where he looks like he has a stroke, but he doesn't. It was just a facial paralysis from a botched thing from being in the hospital. It's sad. He hides it pretty well sometimes. That I'll give Sylvester Stallone credit. He knows how to hide it well. He probably did a lot of mouth exercises to make it not look like that sometimes.
It's best he can hide it best when he's like being understated, and it's why like in First Blood everything is kind of mumbled, and so you don't have the over exaggerated face, which then shows that one half of the face isn't really operating. But right up until like he does the M60 where he empties it out yelling.
Yeah,
that's why
nothing
he
is
looks like
over.
he's always sad or angry.
Yep.
It's to hide the facial paralysis thing.
Yeah, but he wears it well. I mean, really.
No, he perfected it, obviously.
Yeah.
That and he also said when he was growing up, he was bullied by the school kids and the neighborhood kids. That's why he got into weightlifting and boxing.
Mm-hmm.
That's true story.
Yep. Oh, Roman, you're right. First Blood is a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, it is. They had
it does. It got Christmas decorations out all over the place. And
So that and Die Hard.
present.
All right. I'll be watching it this Christmas, guys.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, I think the third one is again, it's another cartoon, and you're just like, okay, see it, and again, it's what is relevant at this time. Oh, the Afghanistan war with the Soviets, and the fact that we're selling them Stingers and all that, and these are now our
Something
buddies,
like
and so must make movie about that, right? That's really where the why like 2 and 3 for me just they're very much of their time and kind of stuck there.
Yeah, that too.
Also, the third movie, it really didn't need to happen. The second one, at least, it's like, well, he had to do that to get out of jail, right? At least the second movie, there's a good reason why he has to go back there. The third one, it's like, I don't want to do this. It's my choice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And
but
it
they also
ended
they
like
have
that,
Troutman.
no?
They have Troutman. So,
Troutman had to get captured.
Yep.
Yeah, but Troutman had to get captured to be like, fuck it, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the most action that we ever seen Troutman do in any of the movies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I in the second one to do a little bit.
Well, he tries. Remember, and then they're like, "Nope, you can't go out with the extraction team and all that. You got to stay here." They threaten to like shoot him if he doesn't.
But that seems like an excuse that they didn't have insurance for the guy to not do it. I have that suspicion. Like, yeah, we don't want you to accidentally get hurt or killed, so you're not going to do. And then the third one, he's like, "Can I do something at least? I'm a fucking soldier. I have to do something."
Yeah. Look, I'll pay the insurance. It's fine. Let's do something.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting
and they were like,
to
okay,
see like a movie if you're going to do Rambo movies. So stop using John Rambo, at least old John Rambo. If you want to do something like in Vietnam with Troutman, that would be interesting to see the actual team.
It'd be a cool prequel. It'd be a cool prequel movie.
Yeah. Set it far enough back, that these are the things that he did and just show how badass he is. Because I don't want to see 60 and 70-year-old men trying to still be badasses. Stop it. You just can't.
Yeah. And this movie had another Russian muscle man bad guy. Yeah, that Rambo had to take out. Yeah. This guy.
It even looks kind of like the guy from the second one. Right, he's got that artillery shell head. The we couldn't afford neck in Soviet Russia.
Yep, he's called Kurov. Yeah, and here's our villain.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why that dude ratted them out. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that talks to Rambo when he gets to Afghanistan about the weapons.
Yeah,
he ratted them out.
Look, he was young and needed the money.
He's like he pulled a Judas on them.
He was young and needed the money. Come on, we've all done it.
Yeah, to go to the opium den, right? To go to an opium den and smoke.
Yeah, this guy was actually a French actor that played this Russian bad guy. Yeah, most Russian bad guy roles often go to men who are not actors who are not Russian. It's quite rare to see actual Russian actors do actual Russian bad guys in most films. But now
it's either that or be blacklisted from their country. Sarge.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're like, well, I don't want to be banned from my country, so screw it.
I don't want Putin on my case.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Russian actors that we had in the 80s were defectors.
Yep.
Because if you watch Robin Williams movie, the exception, Moscow and Hudson, right? You have Yakov Smirnoff. He was a comedian. Yeah. He escaped Russia.
Yep. He was funny too.
What a country.
Also, do you notice that in this movie there's a lot of like exposition for its own good? Like it was like too much dialogue. It's like, I get it, you want to set up the story, but can't you show it and not talk? It's like they ran out of money.
I think again it was because we must be current, so we very much need to talk about the Afghans and their struggle, because most people didn't really know about it other than Stinger missiles. Okay, that's fine. So that they're trying to give it background and explain baddies you don't know. I mean, at least in Vietnam, we know we remember being at war with them for about a decade. Yeah, I think we can remember them.
We remember it so much that in the Big Lebowski, we have to remember for the 100th time.
Yeah.
Yep. And in the final battle, they rode horses to fight off Russian tanks and heavy artillery. And Rambo was one of their lead best shots of beating them.
Of course.
Yeah. Yep. And he, just like the second film, he was shirtless when fighting and killing the Soviet bad guys.
Of course. That's only how you win a fight.
Yes,
Shirtless.
for
That's right.
For reasons. Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
Well, I mean,
I-
it calls back to the old ancient tradition of we must have a flex off to decide this battle. That's how we
yeah,
go.
I'm into
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
He looks like he's oiled up with plenty of 30
Oh,
weight.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Darth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger has the same thing. He always has to be shirtless.
Oh, yeah, the shirt
It's
always
just
has-
the rules. It's the rules.
Or he's wearing a vest, like a
Yeah.
combat vest, but
Yeah.
with nothing underneath. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
a tank
exactly.
top shirt, or a tank top.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
always
at
muscles.
least you have to show your muscles, at
Yeah.
least, or you'll lose the battle. That's
yeah,
the
I mean,
rules.
again, the flex off. How are you going to win? Also,
That's right.
look, the you may think that they bring their own baby oil, but actually they just use the gun oil to go ahead and oil themselves up. That's why you always bring a lot of gun oil to the battle.
Yep.
Oh yeah, God.
Is that
And
before they
this
had
great
CLP available? We just had plenty of gun oil around.
Yeah, you just had to use the gun oil.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
I
And
love it.
some of us have had to resort to that again because of Diddy. He cornered the
Yes.
market on baby oil.
He was using it all.
Yeah, I mean, the guy had like hundreds of gallons of it. Where the hell was I going to get it?
You go to Costco and BJ's and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sam
nothing.
Walton's,
Yeah.
Sam's Club, all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are, I was trying to get baby oil, but I guess I'll just take some Hoppies number 9. Let's go ahead and use that, in the gun section. Let's get that.
Yep. And here we are.
Also, it's crazy because in this movie they had a child soldier appear.
Yeah. They did.
And he gets shot in the leg. He doesn't die, which is insane. I thought he was going to die when I
Yeah, me
first saw
too.
this. Because war is war. It doesn't matter. People die. And even the horses, I think the horses legit died. The
Yeah,
way
they
they
did.
fell, you can't do that anymore. You can't purposely have the horses
Ooh,
trample themselves.
I know.
I doubt they would have had any horses die in this because you're well past you're well into ASPCA rules.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
are they gonna tell them the truth though? Like I get.
I
what
mean,
you
a lot of
mean.
times you'll have an ASPCA representative on set, on location. When
I
you're filming
erased
with
her
it.
head.
Yeah, but bribing them and say, "Hey, why don't you look over there while we shoot
Well,
this
no, but-
scene?" Like, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like,
if they
have
did that.
you seen the food service over
Yeah,
here?
have you seen the catering? The craft
yeah,
service is
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Come on, come
yeah.
over here. We have
Mhm.
great drinks, and then they shoot the scene. It's like, oh, I guess no animals were killed here, so I guess get a report back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, and we got burgers too. They taste a little. They might taste a little different.
It's redder than you would think.
Yeah.
It's these are very lean burgers, but
Yeah. Don't
Very
worry about
solid.
that sweet taste. It's fine.
no, it's
fine.
fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was also a video game on the first 3 Rambo movies. Yeah, and there was one for Genesis where Rambo had to fight his battles against the Soviets and the corrupt cops from the first one.
Was there really one for Rambo, the First Blood?
Well, kind of.
Yes, I think so. Yes. I think what Sergeant's saying is they did an anthology where they merged like the first, second, or the third.
Where you're
movie
playing like
together.
the chapters as you go through.
Yeah, because it would be boring if you played everything. So they said, no, we're gonna do certain snippets of each here and there, and
I think they
make
should
a-
combine it where it's a Vietnamese police officer who is in Afghanistan for some reason flying a hind, and then you have to defeat him, and then you win all of the movies in one shot.
yeah.
I'm just picturing that.
Look, I'm an artist. I paint mental pictures. That's what I do.
Yeah. Yep. This was the last Rambo movie that featured John Rambo and Trotman together.
Yep. Because
See, shirts
Troutman
off. You know who's
passed
going to win.
away.
Richard Crenna wisely keeping his shirt on.
See?
Yes, because nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see old man flab. Nobody wants
Nope.
that. No.
Nope.
Yep.
I mean, I turn the lights off when I go to bed just so I can't see me.
Yes.
That's the real downfall of the later Rambo movies. He doesn't take the shirt off.
Supposedly, Troutman was going to have a role in Rambo 4 had he not died in real
Yeah, I
life.
know.
Like they had to rewrite the script because of that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he was going to have a role, but he died. Like a couple of years before the movie was actually penciled.
Always with the excuses with these actors. Oh, I'm dead. I can't act in the role. Stop it. Come on.
Yeah, but you know it sucks though because like we could have had a Cobra Kai in the 2000s had they or 99 had they not like treated it like crap. We
Yeah.
could have had Mr. Miyagi back to be in a TV series, but no, we're gonna wait almost 20 years too late and have the original actor die so we can make up our own bullshit thing so as an excuse. Let's go do that.
You know, there are some properties where you know the actor was like, I would rather die than have to come back to this.
Well, yeah, ask Will Smith that, but he has to do it because of the money.
Oh God,
He has to do
worst.
Men in Black sequels, he has to do Bad Boy sequels and Independence Day and I Am Legend. He has to do that.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think he's gonna sell anything anymore?
Well, he ain't making good music, so he has to.
He does not.
Did you hear that song that he did? I like girls.
I like girls.
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 Oh my.
Yeah.
God! Sounds like AI.
No, the only people that have to say that are people who are actually gay and trying to hide it. Stop it. I mean, it's like, are you a dude? Okay, well then we just assume you like girls, unless you say
you're 55? Why are you writing a song about girls?
Because he's been revealed as a giant cuck. I mean, he's just trying to. Yeah. He's like, I'm still a man. It's like you're not.
90s.
Yeah. He's just the worst. He's just awful.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna sell tickets anymore.
No, he's like anti-box office.
Ever since I don't know, that slap did not do him well.
No, it's more the revelations about his crazy ass wife and the fact.
And she is the boyfriend who's 20 and was her son's friend. They're screwed up.
Her son's buddy. Stop.
Yeah.
And the whole time she's like, I really wished I'd have been with Tupac.
An entanglement. I was in an entanglement.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both just stupid people.
We're in an open marriage. It was like, not for you.
Apparently he didn't know.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that if they ever do a Rambo reboot, Will Smith's not in it to be Rambo. God. Let's hope that.
He's too old.
Whether it's a movie or a TV show for HBO or whatever, let's not have that because
he'll be Troutman.
Oh God!
He's like, hey, Rambo, it's me.
That's when Rambo shoots up a town, he just walks in and slaps him.
That would be great.
God, I hope somebody's writing down these movie ideas. We're gonna make.
Come on, we're brainstorming here, folks. Write these down. We could redo Hollywood all over again.
Absolutely.
But Roman's right. There's no actors that are name draws to the box office now, and it's kind of what we were talking about with Timothée Chalamet as Rambo. Who are you bringing up as because you have when you bring in actors, you have to you start them out in minor roles or in lesser productions like Roger Corman movies used to do with directors and actors and all of that, and then you have so many that went on to become huge successes, but there's no like minor leagues anymore, and when you look at the ones that they're casting, it was like you can never do an action movie because we don't have anybody.
Yeah.
Yep. And nobody's willing to do their own stunts. And when I mean own stunts, I mean partially their own stunts because they're scared, / they don't want to break a nail or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have that because the good camera shots, right? Because I'll give Sylvester Stallone this, right? He says he does all his stunts. It's a little exaggerated. That's for romanticism. criticizing it, but at least he did some of it, and you could see
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
on.
Tom Cruise, he does his. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger did a lot of his too.
Yep. And now we're on Rambo 4. This one takes place in
Myanmar?
Asia. Yes, Myanmar. Back then it was called Burma.
Well, it was Burma for a good long time, and then it became Myanmar. Yeah.
Yep.
He's
Why
got a
did they
shirt
change the
on in this
name?
one.
Yep.
Military
disappointed.
Junta,
Yeah,
I believe, was the reason they changed their name.
Well,
Yeah.
he had to put. He has to because he got old. That's why he had to put his shirt on.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't working out as much.
It
I
wasn't
guess.
until
Mhm.
Well, he's what? I mean, when he makes this movie, is he nearing 60?
yeah, he had to
No,
hide that.
really?
So it's not like in Tulsa King where he looks ripped, but he's like, I'm
Well, I you know,
I'm
I get a
70.
syllable from King every once in a while, and it sounds compelling. I just wish I had the rest of them so I can figure out what we would say.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. Sorry.
I think that so this one, like if you see Tulsa King or something like that, right? There's always he looks good, and then there's the qualifier that follows for his age, right? and that's always, it's like whenever you hear it, she looks really good for her age. And I was like, oh, so you're saying she's not actually attractive anymore? You're just saying
Right.
she's attractive for the age. Okay, yeah.
Right.
He's kind of that way in like Tulsa King. He's like, yeah, I mean he's ripped. Look at his muscles, and he looks good for his age. It was like keep the shirt on. Keep the shirt on.
Yeah. But I mean, like he's 77 though. I mean, geez, he's still got a lot of hair. I'm just
he
saying.
was 60 in Rambo 4.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep. And he still got it back.
He sure does. Yeah.
Yeah,
But he
what
has
you
to wear
see
the
is-
shirt. He has
well,
to wear the shirt.
He's also much more bulk now.
Mm.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, when you look at like him in Rambo 2, he's cut, but he's not really bulky. In this one, you can see he's bulky now.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, look at that arm. He never had those arms when he was younger.
Yep.
Right? That's just
Hmm.
I've been hitting the weights
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot to put on mass.
Yeah. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still okay with the t-shirt though.
Yeah,
I'll let it slide.
Yeah, keep it on.
It enhances that mystery.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We can turn the lights off when you get in the bedroom, and it'll still be mystery. I'll just assume that that you look like you did in Rambo 2.
He'll always be Rambo 2 to me.
That's right. That's right.
Called
Yeah.
using your
That's my wife.
imagination.
She's like, you just look like the day we were married. I was like, you really need to see the optometrist, but okay.
Yep. You married a good woman. That's great.
Yep.
Now this is the scene I love when he takes Amadeus and just proceeds to disassemble people. And this movie does not screw around. I mean,
yeah.
it really shows the violence of getting hit by a 50 BMG round.
Yeah, way more serious and well done.
Yeah. This is really a return to like the tone of the first one. Right? That you have again, things are serious. It's not a cartoon anymore. There are real consequences to what's going on. He's trying to stay out of things. He's warning people, don't do that. This is a bad idea. But they're missionaries. They're not going to listen. And then, he shows up, and when he turns it on, he's not looking to get in a knife fight with anybody. He's looking to shred people with a 50.
Exactly. And he shredded a ton of them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it starts out like in the cab. Right? Because he sneaks up and like gets in the back and gets on the 50, and then like there's two guys in the cab, and it's just pink mist. And then he starts shooting longer distance and removing people's appendages.
Yeah, he was fighting against the Tatmadaw. Yeah, he, yeah, these guys were really vicious. They've been killing a bunch of people in the beginning. Abducted a couple, and they even fed one of those innocent guys to a pig.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but it wasn't the first time I saw that happen. When I was young, I went over at my dad's house. I kind of saw that from a different movie on TV that my dad was watching. Kind of scary.
Yeah,
What year was that movie came out?
Rambo 4.
Yeah.
Was it 2008?
Yeah, it was 2008.
What's it? Oh, okay. Look at that. I got it right.
Yep,
Nice.
I don't
2008.
think I saw this one.
It's a pretty good one. It's definitely a step up from 2 and 3, the cartoons.
Yep.
Yeah, see, he's got the serious look.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like he's still mad, but but he has a mission.
Did you learn how to use the 3 shells yet?
No,
Yeah.
never did.
Yep. You never
That
did.
is, by the way, one of the 3 sacred prophecies that you just referred to, boys. So I just want to make sure that
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
there are 3 movies that are truly prophecies, and we are seeing fulfilled. Demolition Man is one of them, which we'll be covering on The Plot Strikes Back on Monday, and then there's Wall-E, and the final one is Idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was promised as a kid Blade Runner. 2019 came around, and the only Nexus I saw were some shit phones from Google.
And Back
What
to
I
the
was
Future
promised
2.
was Blade Runner. What I got was Idiocracy. I
Yeah.
do not like this future. It is defective. I wish to return it.
Yep, me too. Me too. Couldn't agree more.
Yep. Same here, Ann.
Let's all, can we just go back in a Wayback Machine somewhere?
Yeah.
I still want to have my, deliveries, don't get me wrong. But,
I'm still waiting for my flying car. I mean,
yeah, where's
and,
that?
and my robot maid or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sitting right next to your self-driving car that I've been promised since the 60s.
I know. I want a self-cleaning kitchen. I want laundry that does itself. Where are those things? I want
I have a
back.
self-cleaning oven. That's close enough, right?
or those food pills and that weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie about,
Yeah.
oh look, there's a hurricane coming to Florida. We'll just seed it with clouds, and look, it's nothing.
There, it dissipated. It's gone. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Promises made, none kept.
Where's my jetpack? God damn it!
Yeah, where is it? I want one.
Yeah. That's
Whoa,
true.
Roman. Whoa. There has never been a sci-fi that offered a drummer that shows up on time. Stop it. Some things are beyond science.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, Rambo went. Yeah, he definitely disassembled a bunch of them, and he still had it really good with the bow and arrow archery and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and I think this one is, again, it shows like it goes back to the first one, which is people going into, so he was, in the first one, he is guy in war mode going into civilian life. In this one, it's people with civilian mindsets going into war area and just not being prepared or understanding that the way that you have to think and survive in a war environment is entirely different than the rules that you play by in civilian life. And so it's a good bookend to the first one. And thankfully, they made no more Rambo movies. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Actually, they've been more. Damn it.
Yeah. I know. Yep. Yeah. One that may not have needed to be made.
Or a couple that I
Yeah.
I want to know, why does he have a watch on? Like what's is that a watch or am I
Yeah.
seeing it wrong?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
it's standard issue. You have to always synchronize your watches when you're
Yeah.
doing some sort of like military action.
Yep.
oh,
Got your
Whether
war
it's
watch.
you're solo or not, you're always doing something.
He synchronizes his bowel movements with that
Oh, that's right. He is 60 something, so he does have to.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Metamucil.
I gotta take my pills.
watch. Yeah. Now, the prostate, it does not operate according to any watch.
It also
just
works
does
as a compass too.
Oh God! I'm just like, what do you need a watch for? Why? What are you gonna be on time for? What?
Well, probably something important, I guess.
Yeah. I got to get to that 50 BMG and
Yeah.
just start shredding people.
Yeah, Roman says it's killing time, so there must be an alarm that says, "Okay, I got to kill somebody now." Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what
that
it
too.
says.
Do
Yeah.
you think that
Good point. Good point.
Do you think they accidentally left it in post? They were supposed to digitally erase it.
No, he's supposed to have it because he actually used it in the movie.
Oh,
It's just
Yeah.
funny.
you know, like,
The middle of a
most special
jungle. What
forces,
time
like-
is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be.
It's time to get on the 50 and whoop some ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
I
was awesome.
know, right?
Real
Yeah.
badass.
Look right there on the when he looks back. Look, see the door, see the meat hanging off of that. That used to be the driver.
Oh,
He,
yeah.
he lights
Oh,
up the people in the
yeah.
cab and then starts shooting downrange.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really took out a ton of top Madonna with that thing.
Yeah,
yeah. Guns mounted on the trucks and vehicles. They do pack a wallop.
yeah. 50 BMG is not a toy round.
Nope, it's certainly not. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
watch. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, because the time zone wouldn't fit with where he's at. Like, I'm assuming it's U.S. time zone that he has on. That watch.
No. He's been living in Thailand the whole time. I think.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Since he,
And,
since
I
he
mean-
back, yeah, since going back to Vietnam, right after that, he went back to Thailand.
Yeah. And so they encounter him. So it's a bunch of missionaries that are going, we're going to go help the poors in Myanmar. And he's looking at him. He's like, this is a bad idea. I know where you're going. You're essentially going into the Golden Triangle, which is like the largest production of heroin on the planet. And it's run by Myanmar is so if you know something about Myanmar and its government, so it's a military junta that took over. Unfortunately, there are areas where it does not control because you have drug gangs. You know, they're funded by drugs and the drug sales that can meet and often exceed the firepower of the military when they decide to go into those areas. So they just leave them the hell alone. And so you have these missionaries that are going up there to help out, and he's telling them this is a really bad idea, and they're idealists, and oh no, you know. Then the Lord will protect us. And it's like, no, he will not.
No.
No, I'm afraid not. No.
This whole movie could have been prevented from him just telling him to screw off and go kick rocks somewhere.
Yeah, that too.
But he didn't. He's like, I guess I gotta help. And that's what happened. And that's why we even have a fourth movie. If he would have just
Yeah.
said no, they would have probably died, and he would have just kept, doing his snake wrangling thing and welding and
Yep.
being a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that too.
And doing boat tours. You know.
Yeah.
Boat tours as well.
That's
Yep.
why he needs the watch, the boat tours.
Yep.
Figured it
Yep.
out.
And
Gotta
here
be on
he is
time.
confronting Graham McTavish, Scottish actor, bald from the UK, and who also voiced Loki in the animated Adventures cartoon and animated Hulk movie.
Wait, McTavish? I thought that was a made-up name, made-up Scottish name. Is it a real name?
Yeah, it is. Graham McTavish.
Okay.
He was also from the Hobbit films as one of the dwarves. Yeah.
Yeah. It isn't just a made up name for Call of Duty.
There's some last names that sound made up, but they're actually real.
Yep. Yeah, right after helping.
Like Nicks, like Stevie Nicks or whatever, right? Like Nicks is a last
Mhm.
name.
Yep.
Is that
Yeah.
her real name?
Yes,
Oh.
Nix, 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 like spelled like that. That's a real
But
name.
Yeah, hers is Nicks.
yeah, CKS, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
and right
I thought
after
she
the
stylized it like with an X just for performance reasons. I
Mhm.
didn't think it was actually spelled like that.
No, it's
Oh,
Nicks.
yep,
Yeah.
it's just
right after
weird.
the final battle, Rambo finally returns to his home in Arizona.
Yep, going to his dad's place.
Which we never see. We
No.
never see his dad, which is a shame. But then again, it's like, how are you going to make Rambo 60 years old, right? What is his dad, like 100 or 90 years old?
I mean, he could be 80, or
Yeah,
something.
he could be 80.
He could have had him when he
given
was
the
16.
genes, I'm going to guess his dad's alive.
Yeah, probably.
Yep,
That would have
and
been
now
a
we
cool
come to the
movie.
final- Now we come to the final chapter of the.
Oh God.
Well,
Yep.
final chapter for now, Sergeant. If they really want more money, they might
They might bring him back. Why not?
They might.
Yeah, might want to bring a Lazarus Pit too, or else get Rosa Salazar in there with.
Well, they're gonna CGI his face with a younger actor. That's what they're gonna. That's what they did with Ian McKellen and oh my God, what's his name? Professor Xavier, Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Yep.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna see whenever they do their action scenes. They're just gonna paste their face on a younger guy's body.
What the hell with that? No, I mean just paste everything on a new body and just skip the pasting and go to a new guy and call it.
I agree with you. That was the reason why we had that semi reboot of the First Class. That was the reason for that, because the other actors were too old.
Right.
But they're like, no, we need Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. Why?
Yeah.
They're
Again,
too
James
old.
Bond has been multiple actors and has worked out pretty well.
Just
Yep.
recast them with younger actors. They don't even have to be in their 40s. They could be 50 years old. Just get younger actors,
Yeah.
because they're not getting young. You're having a 90-year-old man playing Magneto?
Well, and sadly, he sounds better than Patrick Stewart.
Yes, like he,
Yeah,
like at least I'm assuming that Ian McKellen does like a lot of voice training, so he
Yeah.
doesn't he doesn't sound like an old man.
Yeah.
Which is good because you're an actor and you don't want to sound like that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But like Patrick Stewart, up until the third season of Picard, he just sounded like an old man, and then
Yeah.
he went back to his old voice, which is crazy. He went back like 30 years.
Yeah, they were like, whatever vegan diet you're on, stop that. Have a
start-
steak and then show up.
Have some testosterone,
Yeah.
for the love of
God.
God.
Yeah, take some steroids and human growth hormone for
Yeah.
at least a season, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
here's Yvette Monreal, gorgeous Latina, who's also my number one Hollywood crush, by the way.
What's her name?
Yvette Monreal.
Is she big in Hollywood? I've never heard of her.
No, she's not.
No, I don't think
Oh.
so.
Well, it's his number one crush. I thought she was like really big.
No,
I
I mean, no, come on. Sarge has got a collecting. He saw it. He was like, "That's my woman. All right, let's go."
That's it. He's a
Yeah,
faithful
I'm not
guy.
going with the popular
Well, here-
pick. Hell no. I go for the deep dives. I'm all about
Mhm.
Hey, it was Ali Sheedy for me. So
Oh, I understand that.
Oh,
yeah.
everyone had a crush on her.
War
Yeah.
games, and it was like I was hooked. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
A lot of guys liked her. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, Roman. Yeah, Rambo 4 was
Yes.
kind of perfect. film.
Roman, Sylvester Stallone needed more money. That's why we have a fifth and possibly a sixth movie if he really needs the money. If
Yeah,
Tulsa King does gangbusters, they might do one more Rambo movie and call it Last Blood Part 2, and then do basically a Creed where he's basically Troutman training the new Rambo. I guarantee
Except
they're gonna
every
do that.
Rambo's going to look at him and go, "Why is this geezer here?"
yeah, they'll call it Rambo Last Blood Transfusion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good to
Yeah.
the last drop.
yeah. I never saw the whole film because I didn't like how they handled her character. By the way, it was really.
Well, you just like to watch her. Come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
You wanted to be the hero. Come on now.
Yeah, you're like, step aside, Rambo. I'm going to solve this myself.
My thing is, why was Rambo in Mexico of all places? Why?
Because that's where she was.
Because
Yes, you
I
want
could
it to look
totally see
real.
Rambo working in Brazil because of the corruption there. Like he's fighting like these gang lords. I could
Yep.
see that, or I could see him fighting in like in certain like well, that would be a retread of the fourth movie. Forget about that. But I could see him going to Africa. You know, going to the Congo where there's cannibals and stuff, and he's trying to fight evil, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like he could do that.
Well, I mean, first of all, so the again, Roman, points out the end of Rambo 4 is like he's done with the wars stuff, right? He's just I'm going back home. I can now I've had my redemption. I'm gonna go home. And then we have to have this one, and so he's a civilian who gets pulled into a messed up situation because his kind of adoptive it was like she's the daughter of like somebody that lives in his house, but he's not really romantically engaged with or anything like that. But he's going to go solve this, and he gets involved with the cartels, and the cartels are like, "All right, we're going to get him," and he goes back to his home turf, and then here you go.
Yeah.
You know, they should have had Mel Gibson in the movie be like an old acquaintance of his from the war. That would have been cool, but
Yeah, but everybody he knows is dead. We know this from the first movie.
Yep.
yeah, you're right. I would have liked to be a slight retcon. He thought one of them died, but they just went AWOL and everybody thought that he was dead. You could do that.
Yeah, or a guy like from another special ops group.
Yeah, that he was close with, like since
or they
childhood.
knew each other, and he's just like, "Hey, I just happened to see. Oh, you're still alive."
Yeah, they
There
knew
ain't
each
many of
other
us
from
left.
boot
Yeah.
camp or whatever
Yeah.
whatever you want to write. Like he knew him.
Well, I would have liked to have seen Mel Gibson in a Mad Max movie, but sadly I didn't.
That was dumb. Like I like Tom Hardy, but it's like he's not Mad Max. He's not.
No.
And then they literally bait and switched it by making it not even his own movie.
Nope.
They made Furiosa the lead of not even her name of the movie. I don't like that.
Well, it's Driving Miss Furiosa. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard people had problems.
Because they knew if they would have called it Furiosa, nobody would go and see it.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to put Mad Max Fury Road, and then they did the prequel movie, and nobody cared.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, and it
Well, not only that, but they blew the budgets up thinking Mad Max is like $1 billion franchise. It's like it
It's
never
not.
was. Stop. This is a niche, like
Yeah.
superhero movies used to be.
It's like The
Right.
Crow. It's not. I like The Crow, but I don't think it's $1 billion franchise.
No.
No, it's
It's not a $10 franchise after that remake that they had last year.
They did another remake of that?
Oh, yes, they did. And if you haven't seen it, keep not seeing it.
God.
It is atrocious.
Who played him?
Bunch of nobodies that I don't care about, and they totally like retcon the story, and it is bad. It totally destroys the original story and all that. And people's eyes were like, "Were you high when you made this?"
You want to
I
bet
think they were.
They only made that movie to keep the rights because that's what they do now, especially with Hellboy, the reboot. It felt like that. It's like they made the movie just for legal reasons, just like the original Fantastic Four '90s film.
Yep.
They only did that so they don't lose the rights.
That, by the way, is the best Fantastic Four movie that they made. The Roger Corman movie. I'm not kidding. It's certainly the most accurate character-wise.
It is,
and it
but
has the most heart.
I love me some Jessica Alba. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, I just put Jessica Alba being sexy. That's fine. I don't care what title you put on it. That's fine. Just do her.
And I did like the Silver Surfer in. Oh my god, that was the best version of Silver Surfer in a movie. Unfortunately.
Well, given the options we've had otherwise, that was an easy call. But I mean, the problem with like, we're gonna make a Crow's remake for the rights. You might as well just save the money because you made the rights worth nothing because of the movie.
Yeah, but you know how Hollywood is—a bunch of little kids. Like, if I can't have it, nobody can. And and they were they're willing.
Okay,
to
we'll just put it on
destroy
a bonfire and burn it.
Yeah,
don't,
I
don't
agree.
waste.
Put it to
Don't waste
rest.
$100+ million making a
I
bad
agree-
movie that never
I
makes
agree,
money.
Emperor. You should just let it die. Let sleeping
Yep.
dogs lie. Okay,
Yeah.
Let it-
that's an expression. That's not a terrible thing. It's an expression.
Yeah. Let it
I'm
die.
not saying for dogs to let them die. I'm just saying like just let sleeping dogs lie. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
disturb his sleep. They wake up angry like me.
Well, it's all they do in Hollywood now is just remake after remake after remake after reboot after remake.
They're creatively bankrupt.
Oh, completely.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've clearly given Sarge an opportunity to go on his Yvette Monreal fetish now, so he's just looking up images for us. Let's go.
No,
Yeah,
wrong with that.
they had her-
That's all right.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm glad they had her cast for another major role after.
Oh, she
Rambo.
was in what is she? Batgirl?
Was it Batwoman?
Cat lady?
Wildcat.
What is she?
Yeah, Wildcat.
Is that from Batman?
No, that's from Stargirl series from CW.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was really hoping it was Batwoman.
Yeah, it kind of resembles that of a Batman.
That's what I kind of like. I thought it was like the Batman franchise,
I
but
watched a couple of seasons of Stargirl.
Yeah.
She must have come on later. I don't recognize her.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also,
it must have been in the later series because I don't remember her character.
yeah, but also she took inspiration from Sylvester Stallone in his role as Rocky. I mean, in the CW show, Yvette Monreal's character Yvette is also a boxer. I mean, take a look.
Is
See
she
that?
inspired by Battle Cat from the comics that trained Batman and Catwoman? If I'm not mistaken, is she like a
Wildcat?
variant of
Her
yeah,
version,
yeah, like her version was she inspired by that character? Because I'm assuming she is,
I have no idea.
or is a derivative of it.
I have no clue, King.
I don't know, but
have no idea.
I do notice that in chat. AA, I will not have Batwoman slurred in any way. That is one of the best comedies I've ever seen.
Yep. Yeah,
You know, this stream will be perfect when it fits a woman.
yeah, it definitely will.
I'm a woman.
Yeah. Thanks again for coming, guys. I think we'll end it right here. Yep. Yeah, it was such an epic franchise that came into fruition since the 80s.
yeah,
Yep.
we went from shirtless to shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, remember the first one, he actually like seeks out a piece of tarp to wear as a top because it's cold up in here.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
fun fact:
No watch to
he
watch.
owns that. He still owns that piece of canvas. He kept
Does
it.
it really?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone said in an
Ah.
interview.
Yep.
He kept it.
Wow. I mean, because I know he still has the turtles
Yep.
from Rocky. Yeah.
Yep.
Cup and Link.
Well, that's cool that you get to keep certain memorabilia from this film set. You can't do that usually. You're not
Well,
supposed to.
It helps when you're a producer.
Well, because like you hear stories of like I forgot, was it Chris Pratt? He stole his costume, but he
Good
did it
for
for a
him.
good cause because he was helping. You know, he was going to children's hospitals that had cancer kids in it. So I'm like,
Mhm.
well, at least you're cheering them up. That was his reason for doing it. Probably a way to not get fired, partially, but so he can keep the costume whenever he can go on Comic-Con or whatever. But you know, at least he's helping kids somehow.
Yeah.
Good
Mhm.
for him.
Yeah.
But usually you don't keep your costumes or suits from movies. It'd be cool if you did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks
the
again.
interesting thing, there's a lot of movies that the reason that there is memorabilia is because the people that worked on it took something away from it because the studios ended up trashing so much. So,
Yeah.
like an example is Joe Dante. I believe it was when he was working on
okay.
Gremlins. He was on the studio lot, and they were throwing a bunch of stuff away. And he was there late one night, and so he walks over and he kind of looks, and somebody says, "Hey, is there anything you want?" He goes, "Yeah, I think I'd kind of like that sleigh." It was one of the original rosebuds from Citizen Kane.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it recently sold for like what was it, $10 million?
Yeah, I think I remember that story. Yeah.
Also, Ralph Macchio get to keep the yellow convertible from the Karate Kid movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did. I think I'm assuming he bought it. He's like, I don't think they gifted to him.
Right.
He says they gifted to him. I'm like, no, they didn't.
Yeah.
He must have paid. Hey, I want to keep this. I like this car a lot. I'll pay you, for now partially this, and I'll pay the rest later. I think that's what happened. I don't no way they gave it to him.
Yep.
If he was like Sylvester Stallone, I could believe that.
Yeah.
Or Arnold or Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. Yeah, we'll give you this free car. No, you ain't gonna give nobody a free car.
He had to haggle with him. He says, "Look, I've waxed on and waxed off this car.
Yeah.
I deserve it."
Yeah. Did you see what this looked like before I got here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, Ralph is gonna, he's gonna over exaggerate it to make it romanticized for us. But it's like, no, dude, you paid them. You say, hey, I want to buy this car. Can I have it?
So he's technically correct. He paid them, and then they gave him the car. There.
Yes.
There we go. See, it was a lie of omission, not commission.
Yeah. All right, guys. Time to wrap up. But thank you again for coming. Feel free to let us know what you guys got coming up before we head out.
I don't have any idea what I've got coming up.
You're gonna follow me on Twitter when I'm on there. X, whatever it is.
Sure.
It's and We the North. I'm on Sergeant's Twitter. You can find me on there when I'm on. I don't want to say too much on there because I keep getting banned from stuff. So.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, way.
I'm shocked.
I know. Who, me?
No, I'm more shocked that I haven't been banned already. So that's more the.
Well, I think I'm on like my 4th account now. So.
Oh, okay.
You know.
All right. Yeah.
It takes a while to learn. Like, you can't say it that way. So if you're on it all the time, then then they're like tracking you and stuff. Yeah, I have one person actually. They said they were going to come to my house and kill me on it. It's like people are unhinged, man. Unhinged.
I had someone threaten me with that, and I actually know where they live. It's about 40 miles from me, and I said, "Come on over. The water's fine."
Yeah, I like people are insane. Like, I'm tracking your IP and I'm doing this, and it's like, are you serious? Just because you disagree with someone, people are unhinged.
Yep.
Unhinged on there, like just totally, like you could disagree. I could disagree with you. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to go and hunt you down. It's crazy. It's just, the temperature is just, whoo. It's insane. People are just really, they need to take their SSRIs.
I think
more of them are.
You have way too many people that grew up never being punched in the nose.
I know, right? That's exactly it. Is they've been babied and they've been told they're special and everything they say is right, and they live in an echo chamber. And if someone says something, and I say the same thing in real life as I do on there. Like, I don't care.
Trust me, I'm worse in real life.
Oh, me too.
Yep.
And I just don't. You know what I mean? I'm 51. I don't care anymore. I ran out of fucks.
Yeah, the good news is I never did care, and I'm 54. I'll be 55 this year.
Based.
So yeah, I didn't care. I don't care now. Why would I? And look, I'll laugh most things off, but use the same language in social media in real life and find out how quickly your nose starts to swell.
Yeah. But it's true though. It's like they have no real consequence. They all live on this like online little world that everybody, and it's just really crazy. People are nuts, man.
Oh,
Just
Roman,
nuts.
I can't tell you how many times I've been 54.
Every year.
I leave off the significant digits, so everybody thinks that I'm one of them.
Yeah, the last time I was 54 was 9 years ago, so
Nice.
I do it
Nice.
about every 100 years.
I like it.
so-
I'm hoping to go through a metamorphosis and come back out as a 20-year-old.
Maybe. Do you start going backwards at a certain age? Like, is that the trick?
God, I wish.
Given that some people claim that I began with the Big Bang, I can tell you that's not what happens. No, I'm sorry. We just keep getting older.
But you can have the mindset of like a 30 or 40-year-old, and then suddenly you get this epiphany that you will die someday, and then you kind of go into a panic attack. Not that
You know,
I
I actually, because I noticed my when I was growing up, my mom was in charge of a nursing home, so I dealt with a lot of elderly people, and the thing that struck me was that so we spend like our childhood before puberty is really kind of who we are, just like programmed, and then we go through puberty, our brains get a little rewired, and then we go through life and we start installing filters and all that, because there's certain things that you don't say in public and all that. And then you get older and those things start falling off, and you basically just retread all of the things that you learned, you unlearn, and you eventually become that kid again. That whatever your natural impulse was, that's what you are. And there's a certain amount of liberation in that.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was 30 or 40, I might have consequences, and at this age, it's like I don't care.
Yeah, I'm too old to care.
Do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I think there's a lot of that's what people complain about. I hear some people complain about getting older, but I love it because it's like every year it's like I care less. It's fabulous. I might have a few more aches and pains, but it's liberating.
Yeah, I have birthdays to find out what's going to stop working on me this year. That's really the only real surprise.
Yeah, I had a coworker that said he hated birthdays because it just meant he had to add another food to the list he couldn't eat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
You just wake up and go, well, I see this appendage is no longer going to be useful. I'll just see what happens.
All right, guys. Let's call it a night. Thanks again.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for coming, and thanks for having me, Sergeant.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome,
Okay.
man.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
Yep.
Y'all take
Now
care.
to play an outro. And
Ooh. Is it
Here
Rambo
we
with his
go.
shirt off?
nope.
Turn the lights off. It can be.
Thanks, everybody in the chat. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Take care, everyone.